If you've ever researched peach trees or looked into getting some of your own, chances are you've run across the name Lovell. But even if you have peach trees, you've probably never tried one. And that's what we're going to do today. This is a Lovell peach growing off of some of our Lovell peach trees here on the homestead. And today we're going to try them for the first time because this is the first year that these have borne for us. Now the reason you've probably never eaten them is because they're usually just grown to be rootstocks. So they're usually grafted over with a more common or desired variety. These used to be a lot more common. From the research I've done, they are often used for canning or drying purposes, but generally when looking online you don't really find a lot of Lovells being sold as full-size trees. You generally just find that they are the rootstock or that they're being sold as seedlings for rootstock. So hopefully today we can figure out if these are worth growing. Before we give this a taste, I want us to take a look at the 4 Lovell peach trees that I've got growing here on the property. Well, these are our 4 Lovell peach trees right here, all in a row. So 2 are a little bit smaller, but they were all planted in 2019. This one has just bore 1 piece of fruit that's quite bug riddled, so I'm not sure there's anything salvageable there. And then this other one here put on 4 pieces of fruit, the one I showed you earlier. And then these 2 here, one of which I covered with a sock and tied it to the branch to make sure I'd be able to taste it this year. And there was one other that I found on the ground just earlier this week that alerted me that I needed to get out here and make this video. So I'm pruning all of these in the perpendicular V formation, 2 main scaffold branches, and the trees are 6 feet apart. So hoping to maximize the space utilization out here and get large crops from all of these. I want to go ahead and see if these are ripe and ready to pick off. And if so, we'll go ahead and give several of these a taste. Just give it a small twist. Yep, that fell right off. So that looks like that one's going to be ready as well. Well, it's always an exciting day when we get to try a new piece of fruit here on the homestead. So let's see how this does. This is the one I just pulled off that fell right into my hands. Almost dropped it. It fell off so easily. So hopefully it's got the best chance of being properly ripe. Well, it's definitely a lot more firm than I'm used to eating. We've just gotten off of having Finger Lake Super Hardy peaches and Miller's Curl Free, the Starking Delicious peach. All of those squished quite a bit more. I could see why you'd want to can this instead of just eating it right off the tree. I really do like the flavor. I think it's probably because I feel like I was conditioned to like this because of all the canned peaches I have had growing up. Once you get it out of the store, this almost tastes just the same as when you get it out of the can. So I have a feeling these are still being used a decent amount at least from whoever's canning all the peaches. So I definitely don't hate it. I probably wouldn't choose it if I'm looking for a fresh eating peach. It's a lot more firm, a lot less juicy than you might want. Still got a good flavor to it. I think it'll hold up really well in canning, so I could definitely see why it was considered a good canning peach with how firm it is, even though it is definitely ripe. It's not green or white or any of those kind of colors that you'd expect from a underripe peach. Definitely not as good for fresh eating, not nearly a Red Haven or Finger Lake Super Hardy or any of those others that we've got growing here. So I probably wouldn't choose it for that, but I got plenty of space, no reason to take those down. Can always use another peach for another purpose, and it ripens a lot later than all of the peaches we've got other than our red leaf Indian peach. That's our latest one. Those are getting ripe now, as are these. We are in early September here in Zone 5 in Indiana. So if you're looking for something into September, good choice. So we'll see how it does in these next few years, see if it also continues to hold up well. It seems to do well against bugs. This one isn't very bad. The other one was, but we don't have a lot of fruit out here for these bugs to pick from, so I think they just kind of swarm whatever they can find. So not too worried about that yet. I'd want to see a few more years before I make that call. If you got a Lovell peach branch coming out from the base of your tree and you're not excited about that, you don't want to can that, and you want to graft that over with something else, be sure and check out my peach grafting video here next. See how you can take the buds off the tree you do want and graft them over onto that Lovell here. And if you want to see the whole peach grafting playlist, be sure and check that out here. Thanks for watching.